How's it going, everyone? Vince here. I wanted to show you guys my Master of the Universe Masterverse figure lines that I've been picking up since the beginning of this year, ever since the 40th anniversary He-Man figure. I actually haven't had a He-Man figure in a while, and this was something that's been tickling on my nostalgia. I love modern figures as far as where they look like the characters have just come off the screen or the original comic and stuff. So um, whenever Mattel announced that they were going to be doing the 40th anniversary He-Man figure, it was a must get for me. The detail and everything was great. And so let me pull that up real quick. All right, guys. So this is the 40th anniversary He-Man figure. Pretty awesome. I remember getting these as a kid. My dad got a lot of them for me, a lot of the play sets and everything. But it's got that iconic head, his classic outfit, the sword of power, his axe and shield, a couple different hands. Box is very nostalgic, and that amazing back art right there with He-Man and Battle Cat with Castle Grayskull over there, and Skeletor on the bottom. But man, this is awesome. I'd love to have this as a poster. But yeah, this is the figure that's bringing me back into Master of the Universe. I am happy to be back here. It's playing on my childhood. And as you guys know, I love vintage stuff and modern, but as far as my figures, I love that stuff to be as close as it can be to what it was for screen accuracy or the comic. And that's what this line is kind of doing, is bringing these figures to life in the way that I remember looking at them. Part of this line for the Masterverse stuff is the Revelations cartoon that Kevin Smith wrote, and I wasn't a big fan of that. It's supposed to play on the nostalgia, but I didn't like the direction it went. I'm more of a fan of the 2000X cartoon. And I was actually a fan of the original cartoon, but it's hard to watch the Filmation stuff. Man, it is difficult. But the New Eternia, what was it? The New Adventures of He-Man were fantastic. So, and let me get back into that. So, part of the Masterverse, these are 7-inch figures. Yeah, you got Revelations, you have New Eternia, which is them taking the original concept art and creating figures for them. You have the I think it's Power of the Sun, and then She-Ra, and I think two others. But these figures are great. Since I was a kid, I enjoyed this cartoon as much as, which was the New Adventures of He-Man. And we had a couple of these figures. My dad ended up taking them and making them into different superheroes and stuff. So, but here we go. We got the He-Man from that cartoon and that line. He's got that golden armor and helmet, which that it looks like that silver armor that Jesse Ventura wore in The Running Man. But yeah, he's got his power sword, which looks like a lightsaber. It's green. He's got a green shield, some hands. And what's cool is on the side, you got this like really cool production art. So if you were just keeping them in the box and putting them on the shelf, you could tell which figures they were. And on the back, of course, it gives a little more information. Really cool. I actually hope to see some other characters from this show. So the next two figures I'm about to show are from the Revelations line. I do like the design of these figures, so it was a must-have. And I know we're getting a version of Merman here for the New Eternia, so I'm looking forward to that one. But this was pretty cool, the golden yellowish armor and everything. And of course, you got the side there, and then him underwater. Very, very cool. There's a little history. And this is one that I was hoping that we'd be getting one for the New Eternia line. We haven't yet, as far as I know. But the Revelations version of Man at Arms, really cool. He's got his armor, his clothing without it, and then a different head and some weapons. Very, very cool. This is my dad's favorite character from He-Man. And on the side there, the back, even though I'm not a fan of the show, This is still a pretty good figure to have, especially with all the accessories and everything. So you can't go wrong. These next two figures, they're part of the Princess of Power line, but as far as who they are and what they represent to He-Man, first one is Grizzlor. So one of the Hordak's minions and stuff. It's got that nice little fur and different hands and everything. Really, really cool detail. On the side there, crossbow. There he is with an axe. Very like creature feature kind of look for this. So pretty awesome. And then, of course, you know, you can't have Grizzlor without his master, and that is Hordak right here. This is really cool. You know, I didn't know if they were gonna what they were gonna do as far as if they were gonna release this with you know, in the He-Man stuff or not, but I know that he was a villain for her as well. But there you go. The back of the box here. Very, very cool. I can't wait to get these displayed eventually at some point. I think there's about like 12 figures coming out for the line that are part of the retro stuff. These next two were definitely ones I wanted in my collection as soon as I saw them. Now, the Super 7 versions, I have to say, are better. But these are pretty good. And first one up is He-Man from Masters of the Universe, the movie. It's okay likeness of Dolph Lundgren. Kind of looks like what was it? The main character from Titan AE, Matt Damon's character. But then you got the classic He-Man face and some weapons and everything, especially from the movie. And on the side there, that actually looks like Dolph Lundgren. And what's cool is both this figure and the Skeletor that I'm about to show you guys, these pair up together to make this really cool little backdrop here. I'd love to have a poster with both this like that. But, and then of course we got Skeletor. Looks very much like Frank Langella's version. I remember when he was in the movie. So that's really cool. All the stuff he comes with him. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll do the golden version of him when he has the power sword and everything and he takes He-Man's power. But to show you guys what I was talking about, but there you go. Come on, right there. Very little awesome, reminiscent of towards the end of the movie with them battling. So pretty cool. Really, like I said, really enjoying these new Eternia figures. First off, we're going to show off Stratos. I think he was one of my favorites as a kid. So it's really cool to get this nice detailed version of him here with his mask for breathing and his jetpack and everything, different hands, and his little scepter. Of course, there he is with a profile picture and then a little more detail of him. And love these posters. Look on the back of the boxes. All right, and the next one is Zodak. Kind of looks like a football player. Really cool. Looks a little doorknob, but he's going to beat up somebody with. But I know it's a gun. And then on the side here, that's pretty cool. Looks like something out of Flash Gordon, honestly. And then there you go, guys. I think this is the Viking He-Man. Really cool looking, very almost Conan-esque, especially with that axe. And of course, you get a different head as well. And then there you go. This is very cool because if you guys know that some people may not, that He-Man was originally going to be a Conan cartoon for kids, but they couldn't get the license, so they decided to do what they did for He-Man. And for the story, originally those were the comics that you would got with the figures that was written by people from DC. So pretty cool. Love this little bitty art here. Man, great. Stuff is just tickling my nostalgia, I'm telling you. So, and this is one that I just got over last weekend. and that is Many Faces. Really cool. He's got like 6 different faces you could put in there. It's like there's 3 in this like suitcase over here, which reminds me of like Zartan. It's kind of funny too because his colors are kind of almost in a way a little bit like Zartan, or like the version 2 of him with the that purple mohawk he had. Of course, you got the different faces here, and then yeah, such a cool figure. Yeah, and I'm hoping to be able to start watching some of this stuff with my son. I know I tried to watch the Filmation stuff with him. I just couldn't do it. So maybe the 2000X He-Man series I can be able to do. But next, this is a fantastic Skeletor right here. And he's got like a second head with a goatee. Man, that is so cool. And of course, another picture of the 2 different heads. And there you go. Too cool. All right, so next up is if I'm getting He-Man, I need to have his trusty companion, and that is Battle Cat. Of course, this is the one they released for the Revelations, but hey, it still works. It scales well with it, so can't go wrong. Very big figure. I think my dad got this for me like for $16 because it was clearance at Walmart. So check your Walmarts, guys. You might be able to find this. There you go. You've got Battle Cat there. And then this is what I want to recreate is He-Man on Battle Cat there. Freaking awesome. And of course, you could take off the armor to make Cringer. So super cool. Big cat. Last 2 figures for the Masters Universe stuff that I've gotten is one of my favorites. This is just fantastic. And that is Beastman right there. With like that mane that he's wearing over of some creature he killed, the big giant mace, and his chest armor, classic chest armor over on this side over here, and another weapon. Very, very cool. There you go. Classic look in the new Eternia version. And then there you go. Him swinging through the trees like he's Tarzan. Awesome. And so this last figure is one I also just picked up too. I think I got like about 2 weeks ago. Little dusty. I put it on the wall. I took them down so I could move them. But and that is Too Bad. Nothing wrong with a 2-headed awesome monster here to take on He-Man. But yeah, he's got like guns and different weapons, different hands. Really, really cool. There you go. Kind of relaxed pose. And then them in the midst of battle there against an octopus or a kraken. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys what like some of the toys I'm collecting right now. And I'm back into Masters Universe. It's kind of really cool when these come out. I think there's about, like I said earlier, maybe 10 or 12 different figures coming up within the next, couple months. So they'll go on my wall until I can get them displayed. But yeah, that's what I have right now. I hope you guys enjoy. Tell me your memories of He-Man and if you collected it back in the day, or Masters Universe, or if you were a fan of the movie. But until then, everyone have a great one. I'll see you later.